A lot of the time, my mind is, well, the rest of the time it looks a lot more like this. Slow and slimy and not really going anywhere in particular. It's a difficult thing to map. But I have had some amazing teachers in my life, and the lessons are probably what my mind holds on to more than anything. So let's boil those down to some ridiculous metaphors. Call them the 3 F's: forest, fungus, and fire. We'll start with forest. When I was a young boy, wait, hold on a sec. Okay. As a child, my family spent a lot of time together outside. We would go on hikes and camp. We would pick berries every year, spending a few days getting what we needed to last through the winter. And generally just anything we could do outside, we would, probably because there was a lot of us. So at a very young age, I learned to make myself at home in the world. I don't ever remember not feeling safe when I was a kid. My family was huge. It always seemed like there were great towering figures around me that were strong and slow to anger, long in patience. I had a lot of aunts and uncles around and a lot of cousins. I spent a fair amount of time with them, but mostly with my grandparents and my parents. And they told me stories of their family that had passed on and the ways that they were because of them. My family was a forest. There was generations above me, and they were standing on the generations that came before them. And I was brand new, just popping out of the ground, sheltered, protected from the harsh world that was up above. As an adult, I learned to think like a mushroom. I had a lot of lessons I needed to go through. Got married and stayed that way for 10 years. Had some kids, got a divorce. Going on 20 years now, I've been an EMT and a paramedic, and I've been witness to some really terrible things. And one thing I've learned about people is they become who they are depending on how they either take in or let go of the tragedy around them. A mushroom is a great teacher in this way. It takes in everything around it that is dead and dying and even diseased and consecrates it, uses it for food so it can grow. With this process, a mushroom will take off where the rest of life is frozen. While it feeds itself, it breaks down all this material, allows it to rot. It feeds the roots of trees and other plants, so things go on. I hope that I can do the same in my life. There's always been a fire that I needed to tend to, usually one I was trying to keep alive. Wildfire taught me a respect for bigger pictures and how to pay attention to the details of the real world around me and what my relationship to it is a wildfire's character is composed of relationships. How generations of people have interacted with a place, how much rain plants and trees have gotten, how the weather moves across the shape of the land. The less people understand about these relationships, the more likely their relationship with fire is going to be bad. And sometimes it does get real bad. Then suddenly the most important relationships a wildland firefighter has are the people that are right next to him. I learned a lot about people and how they react in different situations. What makes them apathetic, alone, or isolated? What can bring them together and make them trust each other? How they work as a group, and how driven they can be, and how much they can get done if they have a reason, and if they know that what they're doing is worthwhile.